Hello, friends. I hope your first week in January went well. All right, so we're going to do a little recap of my week so far. I spent my weekend exploring the community and some of the cafes that we have and the different bookstores here. So for this year, I finally have some of my stickers in one of my favorite bookstore, The Unreliable Narrator. So we went there and I just love the curation that they have and all the different small decor details. And I found this bird just right above the bookshelf today. I was like, "Oh, okay, they're like bird cages." And we were looking up. I went with my friend Doc, and I was like, what is this thing? It was just like such a cool find. And of course, I bought some books from them. So here they are. But yes, so I just finished episode 1 of Solo Leveling season 2. Ah! And then this week I spent a lot of time drawing. I'm working on a new sticker sheet set for Dungeon Meshi, and then my new art. I started streaming on Twitch. Whew, man, that 1 hour of me struggling to draw was a bit brutal. But yeah, so I'm just gonna be streaming my process from now on, and we'll see how that goes. And then, so while I'm drawing, I am watching a lot of Battle Through the Heavens. Is it Battle Through the Heavens? What is it called, you guys? Battle Through the Heavens. Yeah, okay. I'm on season 5 because I saw a short of Medusa with a kid. And I'm like, who does he end up with? Who does he end up with? And obviously, of course, I wikied it because I couldn't wait. So now I know. But at the same time, I'm on episode 128 and I was expecting, for that story arc to develop. But nope, we're nowhere close. He hasn't even rescued his master yet. But I'm so happy they upgraded the model for the main character. Oh, I'm sorry if you hear Bruce just scratching my carpet over there. Buddy! Hi, Boo. Hi, Boo Boo. Boo 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 Boo. Yeah. So yes, we're on the 5th season, and they've upgraded or changed his model. So he looks so much better compared to the previous model. But at the same time, he looks like any character. They didn't really focus on the unique facial structure, unlike Journey of an Immortal, where that one, I think there was a higher budget. But I mean, the action's always great. And finally, my little dragon girl is back on. So I'm looking forward to seeing more of Medusa in the series. But anyways, so that was a recap for the previous week. This week, we're going to go into looking at all of my displays so far for the different events from 2015, where I actually started, but then I paused after college, and then I picked it up 2023 and 2024. All right, I'll see you guys in a bit. So as you can see here, back in my college days in 2015, this is when I first vended at an Artist Alley event at ToroCon. So back then I made plushies, you guys. So I made the sushi cat plushies, and here's Happy from Fairy Tale. So these were hand sewn at home, and I bought the materials from Joanne, and I did a mixture of that, stickers at the bottom here, and then as well as art prints. So I did a hodgepodge of like fan art, where here Kuroko, I did Kill la Kill, Attack on Titan. This is supposed to be like a Miku, Adventure Time. Oh my god, I can't remember what this anime is called. It's been a while. And then I also did some original fan art. So there's really no branding here. So, yep. And then this is a closer look of the cats that I made. So I had hand sewn on each of their faces. It was an endeavor, you guys. Yep. And then over here you can see some of the stickers that I made. One with Luffy, Princess Bubblegum. I think the pig one over here is from Excel World. Okay, and then here's another event. I started doing more fan art. So this is from Tokyo Ghoul over here. This boy right here. And I did Hestia. And then I also started doing this is Baymax, and then some original plush. So those were my college years. I think this was perhaps Youmacon. Let's see. And then over here, 2020, 2016. I don't recall what this event was, but here I have more of a portfolio style. I don't have my backdrop here. Maybe I was traveling at this event, and then have my small plush. So after graduating college, I worked for another 5 to 7 years or so. But yeah, and then eventually last year, 2023, I started doing art again. I wanted to start creating more art as a creative outlet aside from work, and this was my first setup, a mock setup for submitting to events. So here I'm not focusing on any fan art. Well, this is an old print of like Cardcaptor Sakura, but primarily, usually for the more local events that I go to, I don't offer fan art. So as you can see here, I'm a bit more branded because I decided to create this business and call it Trinhtoro, which is a nickname that my friend gave me, and I thought it was cute and I stuck with it, and it was unique enough where I can grab all the handles on social media. So I created this board right here with the help of my fiance, and then the signage over here. So I'm focusing more on like nature, food, and of course pets. We have 2 cats. So this right here feels a bit more cohesive. So what I tried to do is make a more of a triangle shape with the display so that the eye travels throughout the display through the different merchandise, as well as framing some of my artwork so that people can kind of see what it looks like framed if they were to do that in their own living space. And then I layered the different items. So in the back here, you have the 5x7 print, and then in front of that, I have my sticker sheet, and then in front of that, I have freebie stickers. And then on the side, I have the standalone die cuts, and with the 8.5 by 11 frame art in the back, and then I have little accents throughout to kind of make the theme more cohesive and stand out. So as I grew over the years, this display is more so towards the end of the year. So the first display was a 6 feet, and then this display over here is a 12 feet. So from year 1 to the last year. Sorry guys, I don't have any current pictures right now of my in-between events. So this right here was a 12 feet by 7 event indoors. So at this point I made I'm still sticking with the more wood tones. So I have my new let's see, 11 by 17 prints, and I have greeting cards over here, and I have over here, as you can see, the wooden pins, and I still have my 5 by 7 prints in the front, and I'm still framing them And let's see, these actual front view, let me drag to that. The front view of that is this right here. So I'm still trying to stick with the kind of V, bloop, and then it goes down, and then it goes up, and then down, and then plateaus, and then down. So I try to have 3 focal points in terms of visual merchandising. So those are my focal points because they are my most popular products. So I wanted to highlight them, and they're more eye level. Eye level is bi level. So yeah, I really expanded by the end of this year. But here you can see that I don't really have any branding because I just don't have space for it with all the new products that I've made. And that's something going into 2025 that I want to work on. So then that was 2023, which is last year. So now we're gonna go into 2024. So 2024 here, this is a 6 feet space. I made, I finally got myself a banner right here. So woot. And then I still kept my popular prints, or the larger prints, my 11 by 17 at eye level. And then my stickers, the die cuts here, are right in the front because sometimes I'll have little ones come in and it's just easier for them to grab and see. And also because they are my most popular products. So it's just easier to have it be self-serve. And then here I have my sticker sheet, and over here I have my wooden pins. The issue is I think they're just too low. You really have to face, look down, and I'm not a fan of that. And then my pins are just way too hidden in this display here. And then mid-year, this is a Saratoga Comic-Con event that I went to. This one, I mean, it's a comic event, but I did see quite a few fan art too. So you can see here I have 3 fan art pieces. I have solo leveling. I think it was a bit too new, so I did not do well. I have my Anyan Bond from Spy X Family, and then I have Heaven's Official Blessing. So I think the issue is, for me as an original artist, I didn't do well at this event. I made like 600 net, but it just wasn't worth the effort of driving and putting all the time into it. So here I kind of kept with trying to maintain that triangle with my product. So I really wanted to promote the tote bag, so I had that front and centered. The only issue I had with this display really is the checkout area. So pretty much I was here, and I prefer to be in the middle. Like visually, the display, I like the way it looks, but functionally, I just like being in the middle so that I can view like both sides of my table. So that was an okay display. And then this one, I don't know what happened to my banner. I probably forgot it at home. But so this one, I also try to maintain that V shape because this right here is my most popular item, and then it goes down, and then it kind of goes up a little bit, and then I always try to have the stickers in the front where it's more accessible for self-serve. And then I also purchased this display right here so that my 5 by 7 prints are also self-serve. So at this point, yeah, this one is an 8 feet table. And then we'll move into what my display looks like outdoor with a 10 by 10 tent. So I have my signage over here, and per usual, I try to have my popular products be eye level. So I have 3 triangles here. So One is the frame right here, and then the capybara, and then it kind of plateaus with that. And then again, I'm promoting my sushi cat print. So I tried something new. I framed more of my art, at least the larger prints, and one of them sold, and a few of the smaller print frame, actually they're not even in here, sold. But the only issue I have with this is that it was really hard to transport because the frames are made of glass, so I was constantly afraid of the frames breaking on me. And then here I made a self-serve area for the larger prints, and as well as the 5x7 over here. And then of course the die cut stickers are my bestseller, so I always have it in the middle and in the front so that it's accessible. And then we move over to here. This was at an event. I'm not a fan of this, but I really like the self-serve because then I don't have to be in the back and, you know, be digging for the prints, because especially when I have a crowd, it just takes a lot of time and I don't like to make people wait. It's easier for me and faster for others. Okay, and then this is my other display, similar concept. This was an 8 feet indoors. So this is, I believe, in November. I have more tote bags on this. So because we're not outside, I really wanted to utilize the side spacing for my table, which is 2 feet. So this right here is 8 feet. So here I have my signage right here, made that banner, and then of course the stickers are in the front, and I tried, and you know, this is where I would be standing. So I'm still kind of keeping to that triangle. So boop, boop, and then along with the self-serve, and then the tote bags are on the side. I think the tote bags are, I don't know if they're as effective because they're spread out on both sides. So I have some on the left and on the right, and some on the front as well. Some people, I don't know, when they're walking, I noticed people are mainly looking down. So that's why I added the tote bags to the bottom front over here versus, also in the top, so that it's just more repetition so people see it. And then this is another indoor event, 8 feet as well, so very similar concept. And then for my last event for the year, I had a 12, actually not my last event, second to last. Actually, I did unexpectedly like another 2 more events. So this one right here, the space is 12 by 7. This is a bit of a mess because I had so many new components towards the working up to the event that I kind of just threw it together. So you can see like my triangle no longer really exists. I mean, it kind of does, but it's not focused enough. And I think one mistake that I made is that the prints up here, it's just too high. And then I don't know what I was doing. I don't think 2 banner was necessary, or at least not in the space that I have it here. It would have been more effective if I had put my prints here so that they were lower this beam right here and put my prints so that they're more eye level, because usually my best seller is this capybara print right here, but I had placed it too high. I was trying to really promote this new cappy print right here, so I kept it lower. And then the tote bags, they're kind of very, I don't know, it's not cohesive. I have tote bags over here, and then I have the tote bags down here. I mean, similar to before, a lot of people look down and not up for some reason, but I have it in 2 different locations. And then I made a new pegboard display. It was originally for key charms or keychains, which I have over here, but I made it for my sticker display as well. But then I had more stickers over here, so things were not as cohesive as I wanted them to be. So I'm definitely going to fix that. And then another event that I went to, this one right here. So the issue that I had with this one is that my key charm display was too weak. So the back, there wasn't enough support in the back. So when I put on the actual charms, like the spam one here, it was not balanced, so it would flop very easily. Or when someone reaches for it and kind of like, you know, turn it, check it out, it would fall. So I have to revamp that display. And then this here, I tried. This was really high, as you can see, like you can see up here, it's almost touching the ceiling. Originally I was using trouser hangers, and then it stood. I hung my art, and then I had moved the backdrop up, but then while it was up there, the artwork started to fall, so it wasn't strong enough. So I went back to using Velcro on the back of the artwork. And then here I had purchased a system where I could hang the artwork, hang the, oh, I don't know if you can hear Bruce scratching in the back. Where I hung the tote bags, but I didn't have my panel sheets with me so that the tote bags would be nice and crisp. They were kind of folding a bit, so it was hard to see the artwork. So, and then I was just trying to make the tote bags more visible. So I have one over here. And then this over here, I didn't have space to hang this tote bag here, so I just kind of hung it in the front, which kind of like, you know, blocks the banner. So I'm not a fan of that. And then everything just looks very dense and a bit overwhelming. So I kind of really want to fix that. All right, you guys. So here's the new layout that I've been working on, that I'm thinking about. So before kind of just laying everything out, I like to kind of map it in Illustrator, which is what's up here. So currently, so the side panels are pretty much the 2 feet side that I'll have, and then this is a 6 feet layout by 5 feet, because usually that's the max height that a convention allows. I mean, some will allow you, you know, to have a higher one, but I want to keep with 5 feet so it's not extremely tall, and plus because I just don't have enough artwork for that. So I'm thinking start off with the 11 by 17 right here will be up on the top, and then I'll have these right here, and on the side I'll have the IKEA pegboards where I can hang stuff up to add that layering. So over here I will have my sticker sheets. And then under that, I'm not quite sure yet. It's just additional space that I've marked out. And then on the other side, I'll have my key charms rather than the custom board that I built. These will probably be more effective and less wobbly. So I purchased the attachment for the pegboards that you can attach onto like a table. So that's how I'm going to do that. Hopefully that works. The main issue is this piece right here to add on that height. It's like a shoe rack, one of those white shoe rack attachable like compartments. So the issue is that it doesn't have a hard surface. So the IKEA pegboards, I cannot clip onto it. So I have to figure that out somehow. But on this side, I'm thinking I'm gonna add the key charms there, because I really want to push the sale for that. And then under that, my bookmarks, and then the wooden pins. The wooden pins, I'm finding they don't sell as well. So either I lower the price or I enhance it in some way. So currently right now, I don't have any color on my pins. So that's why they're more so at the bottom. And then my 11 by 17 horizontal art pieces, I want to have it in the front, so that I want to separate all the little stuff, like break it apart, because I don't want it to be so clustered. Whoa, excuse me. So clustered feeling. So I still want symmetry in a sense, but also like different blocks for items. And then on the side here, I want to hang the medium-sized prints, the letter size, 8.5 by 11, and then under that I'm gonna hang the 5 by 7. So I won't have space for the self-serve for the 5 by 7, but I think that's okay. This year I am most likely going to reduce the number of 5 by 7 prints and really focus on drawing more background, more complex pieces for that, because some of the 5 by 7 it's more of a like a single subject. I usually don't draw background, but that's my goal, to draw and learn more background. And then on the side right here, I'll have my tote bags. So I'm not 100% sure if I want to have the tote bags in the middle, like this box right here, so that I can better promote them. But I think I won't, because the tote bags currently right now, they don't I don't profit as much from selling the tote bags. My prints are my primary best sellers, so I'm gonna focus on prints. And then at the bottom right here, I definitely still want the stickers to be self-serve and be front and center, and then right behind that, so this bottom right here is actually the surface of the table. You can't really see it, but I'm thinking of having the stickers slant at an angle like this, so it, yeah, so it doesn't take up as much space like that. I'm gonna have it like really be slanted and accessible. Yeah, so I think the next step is I'll be setting this up just to test it out, and then I'll share that with you guys. That I'm probably gonna do more towards the end of January, because I have an event on January 22nd. So I'll share that with you guys and show how this display went, or how I might change this up based on the items that I have. Yeah, so leave me some comments in the back, like how you like to lay out your booth. I just find that I try laying it out where I have more of that triangle, but when I go to events, I like to be in the middle of the table for checkout, so that if people have questions from both sides, because I never really know what the flow of traffic is. People could be coming from the left or the right, so I don't want one side to be congested and have to wait for checkout. I want to be able to access people, assist people from both sides. And then it's just because I have a self-serve area, I'm going to be right in front of that section, because you never know. That's sometimes. So that's why it just makes me more comfortable. So this is about 1 foot of space. I think that's actually not bad. I think I've definitely had smaller spaces. And at one event, I don't think I had any space. I would just pop my hand out. It was just very awkward, especially when it doesn't look like anyone's behind the booth. They might not shop at your table. So having a visible face and presence there would be nice. And then of course, the goal this year, usually I just have a normal fold out chair, but I'm going to buy one of those director chairs so that I'm not standing all the time, but my face will still be visible. I do find that when I'm standing and more present, people are more likely to come to the table, where versus me just sitting down. That's just an observation for since I started this. But also at the same time, I might invest in just a nice cushion mat, so if I'm standing the whole time, my feet won't be so fatigued. So yeah, you guys, leave me some feedback. Let me know how this layout looks, if it's too congested towards the bottom here where I have the keychains, bookmarks, if I should switch any of the layout so that it's more optimal. If anything doesn't make sense, I kind of, yeah, wanted just to make things blocked out in its own little section. But then again, does it flow well, you know? Because I'm trying to, so my main focus is the large print, which is right on the top, and then the die cut stickers, which is right in the middle and in the front. And there's still some symmetry, even though the products are of different sizes. I think the pegboard does help to kind of block and frame it a bit better. All right, thanks for watching. I'll see you next week.